Hello, and welcome to the announcement of the Spring Literature Writing Awards Virtual Lit Bash 2020. And I'm just going to read off the names of the honorable mentions, the runner-ups, the first prize, the second prize, blah, 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 for all of our categories. And I'm really wishing that we could all be together, obviously, but hopefully this will be a good way to share the names of the people that we want to celebrate. So, first we'll start with the Joseph Marthan Essay Award, the second runner-up. The second runner-up for the Joseph Marthan Essay Award is Shannon Stoltz. Her paper is Hypocrisy and Victim Blaming Perception of Female Sexuality in the Decameron's Second Day, Seventh Story. And there is a note from the people who read the essays. The judges were Professors Gussman and Jacobson. And their note on this essay was, "This is a well-written and insightful short essay using a contemporary feminist lens to articulate the views of women and female sexuality in a patriarchal society that undergirds Boccaccio's Decameron." The first runner-up for the Joseph Marthan Essay Award is Carol Garrett for Reverse Fairy Tales and Female Empowerment, Finding Strength in Sexuality and Divergence. And the remarks by Professors Gussman and Jacobson are, quote, "A nuanced and beautifully written close reading of Angela Carter's short story, The Company of Wolves. The argument is persuasive and well supported by excellent details and thoughtful analysis." So the first place award for the Joseph Marthan Essay Award goes to Gabrielle Bancheri. The name of their paper was Around and Back Again, Setting in Quicksand, The Awakening. Professors Gussman and Jacobson say it's a very perceptive and illuminating discussion of the ways in which setting is used to reveal both character and social cultural constraints in two very different novels. It can be difficult to compare two novels in only 5 pages, but this essay does so laudably. So, super job to the people who have placed for the Joseph Marthan Essay Award for scholarly writing. And we have one winner for the Fight Armstrong Award. Hopefully you'll watch the video that explains the tales behind the Fight Armstrong Awards and the Marthan Awards. So the first place winning essay for the Fight Armstrong Award goes to Miss Ogilvy Finds a Self by Julian Mason. So, yay! Congratulations, Julian. Professors Kinsella and Miyashiro say this about the essay. This is a smart and well-written analysis of Radcliffe Hall's short story, Miss Ogilvy Finds Herself. The skillfully articulated thesis explores the failure of language and culture to capture the ambiguity of a human's sexual unfolding. Combining sensitive close reading with thoughtful use of secondary sources, this essay is an admirable study of Hall's 1934 story. Clap, 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 clap. Good job. Moving on to the Fiction Awards. So I'm going to read you the biography of the fiction judge, Yiming Ma, that was very generous and read the essays for us. So Yiming Ma is a Bertelsmann Fellow at Penguin Random House. His writing has been published in the New York Times, The Guardian, Stanford Social Innovation Review, Rice Paper Magazine, and Fourth Estate Online. His story, Swimmer of Yangtze, won the 2018 Guardian Fourth Estate Short Story Prize. His writing has been shortlisted for the Disquiet Prize, Glimmertrine Short Story Award, the Litmag Virginia Woolf Award, and the Commonwealth Short Story Prize. He's writing a novel on memory and Asian identity. So, we have the James Corder Fiction Award, and the James Baldwin Fiction Awards. So, the winner this year of the James Porter Fiction Award goes to Marissa Luca, who wrote, I hope I say this right, Menefrego, and his comment on this short story is, quote, "Beneath the dramatic action of this Italian story is the glorious conflict inside Marissa Luca's protagonist, Alonzo, faced with an impossible choice between morality and brotherhood. From the opening page, Luca demonstrates wonderful insight into the contradictions within humanity, the gray spaces where we reside," unquote. Congratulations, Marissa. Fantastic. Okay. The James Baldwin Fiction Award goes to Shannon Stoltz. So, let's see. Yiming Ma's remarks on Planting Barbies, which is the name of Shannon's story. Quote, "Irreverent and beguiling, Planting Barbies contrasts the familiar coming-of-age tale of a young woman with the horrors of the men she is taught to accept unconditionally. Each of Janet's chilling smiles forces readers to reflect upon the heavy burdens of societal expectations on women." So congratulations, Shannon. That's awesome. Okay. Now we have final category, Audre Lorde Poetry Award. And we have a couple honorable mentions, one runner-up, and a first place. So first, we'll go with a bio of the poetry judge, whose name is Emily Sue Leibowitz. She is the author of the book National Park, which came out from Grandma Poetry in 2018, and the chapbook In Any Map, which came out from the Song Cave in 2015. Her writing has appeared in The Believer, Pen Poetry Series, the Iowa Review, Jubilat, Lana Turner, and other magazines. She lives in Brooklyn, where she freelances in writing and arts communications. She co-edits Lung Magazine and serves on the board of Community of Literary Magazines and Presses, which is also known as CLNP. So the first honorable mention goes to Sean Wolfe for his poem Candlelight. Sean Wolfe's poem brings us into a world of simile, where the only thing that is assured to exist is the metaphorical image. The second honorable mention for the Audre Lorde Poetry Award goes to Shannon Stoltz for her poem Trapper in Pennsylvania. And Emily Leibowitz's judge's remarks go like this. Quote, "Reminding us all of the instant in space, Trapped in Pennsylvania locates the reader in space, painting the page with its long lines as space reaches out to time and time back again in the American iconic image of the field of corn." So it's a really good poem. Okay, the first runner-up for the Audre Lorde Poetry Award goes to Michaela Strano for her poem Flawed Creation. The judge says, Michaela Strano takes history as a source of the poetic imagination, sewing together reality with disturbances we traverse in everyday experience, and placing the individual in a search for empathy in the historic imagination. Sounds wonderful. And finally, we have first place for the Audre Lorde Poetry Award for Spring 2020 goes to Shiloh Privity for her poem, Do You Know How to Save Up Happy? And the judge says, quote, "As Louis Zukowski famously said in his poem A12, lower limit speech, upper limit music. S. Privity follows this adage in their poem, transporting us to the stage of the subject and the poem with the ear and into song." Which is a very lovely remark. So thanks so much for listening to this announcement. Tune in for more on this YouTube page. And do you have material that you think maybe would go on this YouTube channel? Just email me or Professor Kinsella or any of the literature professors. subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. So, we miss you, we love you, we wish we could see you. Good luck with all your final exams and final projects and all that stuff. And we'll see you soon. Bye.